just closing out, man, what are your thoughts with how the industry has moved with security and with all these new changes, and how is the AI, just final note, how is the AI impacting all of these things? Can you imagine us being able to edit DNS records through kind of a library type system? I mean, this is kind of a new concept. I mean, what are your thoughts on what the future holds?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's an interesting. It's. I watch. I don't know if you guys have. I'm an '80s child. Probably kind of like you, Dave. And I rewatched the movie Short Circuit. You guys remember that movie?
Yes,
One of my favorites. One of my favorite
it's
80s
PG
movies.
13, by the way, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, PG back then because they didn't have PG-13 in the '80s. Now they do. So yeah, it should be PG-13 for sure. But I watched it, with my family. I didn't have the filter on, but I watched it with the family. And I'm sitting there, and I go to a racetrack, over there in Jasper, down the road from you, and they've got one of those robots that look almost identical to the movie, going around saying, "Excuse me, pardon me, I'm cleaning the floor. Excuse me." And he's going around cleaning the floor. I'm like, look at this. I'm like, we're in it.
Yeah, it's here. It's here. Yeah.
Yeah. So personally, I know a lot of people, are AI people. I'm not, a whole lot. Like I do that side of it, man. That's awesome. Like I think that's super cool. Like I'm I think there's some really, fun ways of using AI for sure. I use it for photo editing and video editing and things like that sometimes with the ministry, that I have, fire starters. And so there's different things I do with AI, but just like from the more global perspective of AI, I have some concerns, as I'm sure a lot of people do as well. Yeah, okay, is this really going to take my job? Is this really going to wake up one day and decide we're no longer viable? As human beings, is it going to be judgment day? Like any technology, good or bad, and so a lot of good aspects, to AI. The way it's affecting, it's of course, what we do, it's affecting what we do drastically. And it takes a little longer to affect areas kind of where you are, away from cities, as far as there's not as many people using it per se or, wanting to. But it finds its way, to all of us for sure, technology. And, for me, I haven't used it a whole lot yet in what I do. I certainly see the potential, just benefits of something like you mentioned, where I can just, and of course, the thing where me and you would come in the most is maybe, hey, maybe we won't be the ones doing the programming, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, but we'll be the ones with the knowledge to tell the computer on, how to do the program, or to tell the computer, hey, this is what I know needs to be done, and I'm gonna lay it out for you. Here's what it looks like. This is what I need done. I need these DNS records set up, and we'll just verbally be able to talk to the screen and tell it, and
Yeah.
it'll go do all the records for you. You won't have to go type in anything. It'll
Yeah.
just set up all the record, but you have to have the knowledge to say, right, here's what needs to happen.
Yeah, we're the interface, right? The customer can talk to us, and then we interpret it. We're the interpreter. That's what it is, and then we interpret it into the language that the machine can understand. So yeah,
That's
I
it.
definitely see that as a huge part. So maybe we don't need an army of people, but we certainly need somebody that has a basic understanding, has the experience, the education, and can
Yeah.
translate, the customer's problem into machine language to be able to make those changes.